Some familiar faces have joined me here at Accountex. With me are Sharon Pocock from Kinder Pocock and Yasser from SRK. The two of them have something in common. They're both winners of Practice Excellence Awards, and it just seems such a great opportunity to get together and talk about just the ideas behind Practice Excellence and what you actually do day to day in your firms. So Sharon, if you get us started, can you tell us about the Kinder Pocock as a firm and what your actual philosophy and elevator pitch is?
Well, I started the practice 12 years ago, but then 5 years ago we got online with everything, so we're totally cloud now. Everything's online for clients and internally, and I'd say our core philosophy is putting the clients at the heart of everything that we do, making sure that everything we tell them is easy to understand, and putting technology obviously at the forefront of it all.
And yes, so what's the SRK story and philosophy?
Yes, similar to Sharon's, our mission is to be the market leader in providing clarity and growth to SMEs, and the idea is to empower the business owner. So we want to do that by adding value and building trust and providing support to business owners so that they can achieve success on their terms.
Now, before we get into how you guys go about doing these things, what benefit, what's the effect been of you, and what do you get out of taking part in the Practice Excellence Programme? Maybe first, Sharon?
I think it really makes you focus on your business and what you want to achieve and what direction you're going in, but it's a really good place to be able to network with your peers and get a really good group of people together and bounce ideas off each other as well.
Similarly, we attended the Practice Excellence Conference a couple of years ago, and we were really inundated with the amount of good information from the experts that we were able to receive on that day. And even from that conference a couple of years ago, we still look back at our notes now and take inspiration and ideas from those notes that we took a while ago.
Well, just glad to see the idea works so well in your cases. Sharon, you're 100% cloud. Have you got that far, Yasser? And what role do you think technology plays in the modern practice that's seeking excellence?
Yeah, when we started the firm up 5 or 6 years ago now, we wanted it to be 100% cloud-based practice and a completely paperless practice as well. And we've kept with that notion. And the technology itself, we decided at that stage that we wanted to be at the forefront of technology, because only then can you provide that expertise to your clients as well. And even internally, the way we communicate internally, we want to be at the top of technology.
Sharon, with things moving so, you've been cloud from the start, with everything moving so fast, how do you keep up with it all, and how do you stay ahead of the game?
It can be hard sometimes. So from my point of view, because I started the practice 12 years ago, we've still got some legacy processes. We're not quite paper free yet, but we're working towards that. We're choosing different sections to become paper free and moving through it. Keeping up to date with technology, you've just got to allow yourselves time to listen to what's going on. So we're Zero partners, so there's a monthly Zero product update. All the staff will join and listen in. It's essential that we do, so we all need to know what's going on. And then if we're looking at, say, a new software, then I might task one of the staff to look at that rather than me try and do it and then report back.
And you said you were you're working through different processes at a time. Do you have a method about how you approach that, how you do work on your internal processes?
Yeah, with internal processes, we're always reviewing and improving, and I think that's part of the space that we're in, because all of the solutions around us are always improving. Then we need to as well, and it is quite a fast-paced world we're living in now in accountancy, and keeping ahead. It's a matter of constantly reviewing on a weekly basis, really, and seeing what bits we can tweak, making sure the whole team's involved. With the paperless thing, we've picked payroll to be the first thing that's going paper-free. So we discussed it as a team. The payroll manager obviously came up with most of the ideas, and it just seamlessly went into practice. So
yeah, as Sharon said, keeping the whole team involved is key. I think we have a weekly workshop with the whole team, and where we decide we're going to concentrate on certain aspects of the business each week and understand fully how we can make them completely efficient, and also how we can add value to the clients on those aspects of that offering that we're giving them. So keeping the team involved is key because it's from them that we get most of our ideas.
It's quite a big commitment at a time. But do you get the having that involvement? Do you see the payoffs?
Absolutely, because it's they themselves, the team themselves see it. They're empowered to make those decisions as well, and they even have their own internal meetings in our firm. They even have their own internal meetings and come back to us with recommendations of how they can make the process more efficient on certain aspects.
Yeah, I think as well, keeping the clients in mind. If you're improving process, it's got to be, the end result has got to be to improve the service to the client. So actually, we have weekly meetings as well, and by like one of the things in the weekly meetings is what have we done for clients that's extraordinary this week. So we're always feeding back to each other, and all the staff are encouraged to see how clients are benefiting from what we're doing and improvements we're making.
Now, one of the things that came out of your entries, just to take an example, you both seem to be sort of focusing and you commit some energy and effort to onboarding your clients. So, Sharon, how far have you got and where do you want to go with that idea?
We're constantly evolving a whole onboarding process that is going to last about 3 months from the initial inquiry from the client all the way through to then they get their our ongoing client care. So what I've realised is that it's really key to make sure that while that client's in that initial honeymoon period, if you like, that they're getting the love from us and that they stay on board. I think I will hold my hands up. I know what's happened in the past is we've got a wonderful client, have a wonderful meeting with them, they accept our online proposal, and then we're so busy we just turn around and carry on with what we were doing before, and then the client's probably going, what's happening now? So we've got things in place to make sure that we've got touch points at certain points.
And have you
through
got
their
all
journey.
the right touch points in place yet? Are you still looking?
Working on it. I've just last week appointed a client champion, a new recruit. So he's not an accountant, he's from a hospitality background. Perfect. So we're working together so that he can take full ownership of this whole onboarding journey and the eventual client care as well. So he's telling us, you need to phone that client, or you need to do this is what happens next. So the onboarding process we're working on it now and using it, but it needs a lot more tweaks.
How does that compare to you? You in the same journey?
Absolutely, it's a constantly improving journey. I think it has to be. The onboarding experience for the client has to be the best experience that they're going to get after we spend so much time and prospecting and winning that client. The onboarding experience has got to be really slick, so that they see the value in your offering straight away. And
have you found a solution to
and,
all those?
and the solution, like Sharon mentioned, it's constant touch points. We sit down with them at the start of the engagement and understand their real priorities and their objectives and what they want to achieve in the immediate short term, and put time frames and deadlines in place just for those immediate things. And then work with them to make sure that we're doing that. And I think the key is communication. So constantly updating them on what's been done and what we're yet to do. And as long as they have that information, then they're good, I think.
Really interesting ideas and approaches. So you shared that secret. It's a very intensely competitive race, the practice excellence. Just in one or two words, what do you think that differentiating factor might be? What will be the new initiative this year that may keep you ahead of the pack? Yes,
Why would we tell you that?
No, I mean, I think to keep the secret, or there's no secret, but it's to continually add value to the client. And so we've decided that this year we're going to add a kind of a core 4 service to all our packages. It's no additional cost to any of the clients. It's going to be just value add. It'll be a knowledge sharing exercise and a networking kind of referral hub as well.
Well, if you're not going to share all your secrets, what about just a hint what you think the hot area for sort of future development might be?
I think it's got to be client care and constantly wowing the clients. I think especially in the online world that we're in now, I keep coming back to Amazon and how easy it is to order something and it's there the next day. You don't think about anything. So that even though we're accountants and providing a service, then if our clients have got that sort of experience from other people they're buying from, we've got to be aware of that I mean, we're not Amazon and we're not selling products, but we've got to be really aware that we've got to give them the absolute best, the most extraordinary service. I mean, it's not going to be they order something and it turns up the next day, but that we're wowing them all the time. Otherwise, they can just switch to another accountant really easily.
That's brilliant. Thank you both so much for your contributions and your ideas. Good luck in this year's awards. And if you'd like to join the Practice Excellence movement with Sharon and Yasser, you can visit practiceexcellence.co.uk. You can enter the awards, and we'll be having more chats like this in October during Practice Excellence Week. There'll be live webinars. We've got a conference in London, and the awards are going to be presented on the 19th of October. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you.